Hello and welcome to Champ Chat, Champlain College's news magazine program. My name is Caleb Neujahr.
And I'm Nathan Magold. Champ Chat is produced, written, and hosted by Champlain College students taking broadcast production classes. Each semester, we share what's happening in Burlington and on campus from a student perspective.
And we have a lot to share with you, but first, we want to thank Town Meeting TV for letting us use their studio this week.
On October 18th, millions of Americans took part in the No Kings protest, a grassroots movement opposing President Trump's actions and abuse of power since he took office. Caleb, this is not just happening in America. Smaller protests took place in England, France, and Germany as well. The international support for the protests shows how much American politics affect the world.
And Vermont was no different. There were many No King protests scheduled all day. In Brandon, people came out to voice their concern about President Trump's decisions on immigration, education, and health care. And Nate, you traveled to Essex Junction to cover the No King protests there. And people showed up and showed out.
They did.
The Republican Speaker of the House called these rallies hate America events. Boy, does he have it wrong. Millions of Americans are coming out today not because they hate America. We're here because we love America. We're here because we're going to do everything we can to honor the sacrifices of millions of men and women who over the last 250 years fought and sometimes died to defend our democracy and our freedoms. No more kings. In America, they said, we, the people, will rule. But let us be clear. This moment is not just about one man's greed, one man's corruption, or one man's contempt for the Constitution. This is about a handful of the wealthiest people on earth who, in their insatiable greed, have hijacked our economy and our political system in order to enrich themselves at the expense of working families throughout this country. We will not move toward authoritarianism in America. We, the people, will rule.
There were protests all over Vermont on that day. People really wanted to be seen and heard. Nate, how did it feel to be so close to Gandalf?
Honestly, it was magical. I couldn't believe he showed up to show his support. Fall in Vermont is harvest season, which brings us to another magical fall tradition: apples. Picking apples, baking apple pies, apple cobbler, and apple butter. Our reporter, Zachary Toomer, traveled across the lake to visit a family-run orchard and learn about the process of making applesauce.
I think we've had them for like 15 years, according to my mother. I just remember them being there as long as I can remember, because I was pretty little when we got them.
We thought it would be fun to have apples and watch them grow, and we also bought them when they were somewhat small because we figured we had lots of time, and they're really expensive if you buy them sort of full whatever. And I said, we need to name the apple trees. And I wanted it to spell out, because we have 16 trees, so I wanted it to spell out Garanda Orchard. And then that's only 15 letters, so then the last one is an exclamation point. The ones that we can pick, I try to make as many as I can into applesauce. We'll probably take some home back to DC in a carry-on bag, so it'll be really heavy. So when I cut the apples, I just cut them. I don't even have them and quarter them because that's also too much work. So I thought, oh, I'll try, and I called it Late Harvest, and it was so good, and it was so pink because I make it and I leave the skins on so that it leaches some of the probably nutrients as well as the color into the sauce. So this is the cooked applesauce with rhubarb. Okay, so this thing allows me to funnel it in better. Okay. Put it in a boiling water bath for 20 minutes, and that heats it up, seals it, and so then what will happen is you have to put it out on here, leave it overnight, and then it can last unrefrigerated on your shelf for a while.
Wow, that looks really good. It's making me hungry, Nate. We have over 6,500 farms in Vermont, and besides maple syrup, we are known for our apple production.
Yeah, I wish I brought an apple for myself, honestly. Great story, Zach. You know, I think he was supposed to bring some applesauce for us all in
He
class.
totally was, and he never did.
I know, what a shame. Another tradition Vermont is known for is fall foliage. For this next story, Caleb traveled around Burlington to see what people were up to during this year's season change.
What I'm doing out here is I'm out here hammocking and just chilling about. When I hammock, I'll just sit around and look at the scenery, or maybe I'll even draw my sketchbook sometimes when I feel like it, or I'll just take a nap. I like doing that too. Hammocking in the fall, I like, it's not only like cold, so it's like the temperature is kind of nice, but it's not too cold where I don't want to like go inside and just wait for it to get warm again. I also like the trees and the colors, and like it changes over time while I'm out here hammocking.
Well, it's pretty rainy today. You know, listening to the rain outside always gets me in a great mood. This is the kind of weather where I kind of like recharge, and I listen to a lot of music that brings me a lot of, you know, nostalgia and just like feelings of comfort. So I think this is a very welcome season for me, and ambiance, if you will. I really love the fall. It's one of my favorite seasons, especially growing up in New England and Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts. It's always been a great time of refreshment. You know, see the foliage, hear the birds. You know, it's just a really beautiful time.
That was really beautiful, Caleb.
Thanks.
You know, fall foliage is a major contribution to Vermont's tourism, but it wasn't so vivid due to the drought this year, was it?
No, yeah, there was definitely a lot of loss of like coloration, but everything was still really beautiful to me. I had a great time recording that piece. Thinking about Zach's story, though, on apple orchards makes me think of some other Vermonty things that you can do during the winter. And one of those is the farmer's market. Burlington has a great one. Since 1980, the Burlington Farmers Market has been held every Saturday from May to October. Each summer, over 90 vendors from around the state sell produce, handmade crafts, prepared food, and more. Rain or shine, community members show up to shop, listen to live music, and support local vendors. The market is constantly evolving and has moved around Burlington multiple times. Currently held at 345 Pine Street, they are still searching for a permanent home. As a nonprofit organization, the Farmers Market relies on grants, membership fees, and donations to stay open. If you're itching to get your Farmers Market fix before May, check out the Winter Market hosted at Burlington Beer Company on select weekends. Coming up, we'll show you where you can go to expand your creative hobbies, and we'll take you to a place where you can get all of your holiday candy. But first, a quick break.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Welcome back to Cham Chat. In late August, Church Street got a whole lot sweeter when Whiz Bang's Candy Lab opened up. Here's Jack Cariella with more.
Whiz Bangs is a brand new candy store on Church Street. Situated between Ben & Jerry's and Pokeworks, they sell a variety of candy, soda, and fudge. I spoke with Assistant Manager Vasper.
I think it's doing amazing. The reception has been really great. People coming in, talking about their children that go to college here, have asked them to go down when they visit. I've like a lot of tourism, which is really amazing. People bringing their kids. It's been wonderful. I would have to say our Swedish candy. We get it from Sweden, and we hand package it, and it leaves the shelves every day. We are restocking constantly, and with the holiday season coming up, we're ordering more and more to have it available. I would say the clays over on the shelf right here. It's a hard candy drop. My favorite flavor is the lemon drop.
I had the time to speak with frequent customer Andrea Baranello.
So I am a frequent Whiz Bangs customer. On the side of the store, they have these little baggies of candy that are pre-bagged, and they have a deal where you can buy 3 bags for $12. So that's my favorite thing to do. And I get the sour strips or these sour candies called crybabies.
Whiz Bangs started out in Florida, but alongside their Burlington location, they're hoping to expand nationwide. From Champlain College, I'm Jack Cariella.
The family-owned business has now been open for over 3 months with the goal of investing in the community during a rough time. And Nate, it has been a rough time for many downtown businesses this year.
Yeah, Caleb, I think a rough time doesn't do it justice. The Great Streets Main Street project began in February of 2024. The ongoing construction project aims to revitalize Main Street with wider bike lanes, better pedestrian areas, and improved infrastructure. Eleanor Coonan went to the construction site to hear directly from Burlington residents and local businesses. She files this report.
It's really interesting to be in Burlington in a time where it's constantly changing. I feel like the construction that has happened downtown, I understand why they're doing it. You know, they want to make it more walkable and more bikeable, which is great. However, I don't like what it's doing to local businesses. I feel like a lot of foot traffic has gone down, you know, right there with Lazat. Nectar's just closed. Like, so many businesses are being impacted by this.
It has not been good. We have definitely seen decreased sales, less people in the shop. The general vibe of people wanting to come downtown has severely gone away, especially among our older demographic who already, you know, maybe have trouble getting downtown with limited parking and stuff.
I get it. We want to have better sidewalks, but I feel like this is something that should have been planned so much better. I think that ending the construction on like the weekends and like nights is a great idea, but in practice, I don't think it's working.
For the businesses that are open, you know, until 5 or 6 p.m. on weekdays, doesn't really help us at all. For a little bit, they were putting a sign down on the corner of Main Street in Church that was saying businesses were open, but other than that, no, there has been no assistance. We just appreciate all of our customers who have been loyal and come here regardless, and knowing that we rely on them to keep us going.
I love a walkable city. I'm all for that, and I understand that, you know, for progress to happen, shit has to change, and, you know, we got to go through some bullshit, but it's like, simultaneously, it also sucks.
The problem is with the distaste that this is causing among people. So as long as we can kind of, you know, let people know that Burlington is still beautiful and it's still a fun place and it's safe, I think that's the most important thing that will bring people back, even during this construction.
Though the project is projected to finish in the fall of 2026, improved sidewalks and two-way traffic on Main Street have since reopened. Across town, Generator provides small businesses and hobbyists the tools and training to make their ideas into a reality. Zachary Toomer and Nate visited the makerspace to learn more about their facilities and hear from members.
Throughout America, Vermont is known as a safe haven for small businesses. Vermont earns this title with programs such as the Vermont Small Business and Development Center and the Micro Business Development Program. This unassuming building on Sears Lane in Burlington is where some of those small businesses are able to get their start. Generator Membership Director Greg Mano told us about the purpose of a space like this.
Generator is a makerspace, a community makerspace. It's here for, you know, creators, entrepreneurs, artists, hobbyists that are just interested in doing all kinds of projects. I mean, our goal is we want it to be a community resource, a place where people can come and turn their ideas into reality, and where, you know, we also provide.
Inside the Generator, there are all sorts of facilities for the members to use. There's a sewing room, laser cutters, a wood shop,
and there's gonna be
a metal shop, a 3D printing station, an electronics lab, and a learning lab for members to utilize the Adobe Suite and other software. And getting a membership is easy.
The way the space works is we have a monthly membership fee that gives you access to the space, and it gets you access to any of the tools that you're certified to use. So there is a certification process for all of our shops and for most of our shops and tools. And so once you're a member and once you're certified, you have access to whatever you want in here.
One entrepreneur who finds their home here is Marcus Bretto.
Just got to look out for dry spots, but I think we're good. The other thing, I mean, it's great being here because there's so many tools that are just ready to go that I can use, you know, on a daily basis, and you know, not have to worry too much about maintenance and the costs associated with buying all that stuff. So, yeah, generator took care of it. It's awesome.
But not everyone is running a full-time business from the generator makerspace. Some people are there just for personal projects.
The one I'm very proud of is my banana sword, which is a banana that extends into a katana blade. Obviously, I was immediately drawn to the 3D printers because that's what I like, and I've been doing that even before college. And yeah, they have a ton of Prusa model 3D printers, and most are for public use.
Places like the generator are important to the community as a whole, not just to small businesses. During COVID, the generator ran production of personal protective equipment, or PPEs, to help serve the community. Nowadays, they run programs like the Makers School program, which helps bring makerspace activities into the classroom, or a Young Entrepreneurs Fair that prioritizes students in grades 3 through 12 and provides the kids with an opportunity to practice without competing against adults. In Burlington, I'm Nathan Magold. Champlain actually has a partnership with Generator, giving students and faculty access to their facilities through open lab hours assisted by student employees. After the break, we move into the art scene. Have you ever wondered what happens to an art exhibit after it closes? We'll explore that and more. Stay with us.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Champ Chat. Let's take a look at what's been going on at Champlain College this semester. There's been a lot happening this fall.
Burlington is a major music scene in Vermont, and at Champlain, it's no different. We have so many talented students creating music. Caleb followed one such group of students as they rehearsed for a performance.
Sundown is a college band that's been playing in Burlington for about 2 years. The band consists of singer and guitarist Tim Gill, bassist Andre Sanchez, drummer Noah Gomberg, and keyboardist Lucas Simmons.
We have just like a very, I think, fresh sound that is like, it's it's never the same. Every time we play a song, we play it a little bit differently. We jam a lot, and I think it, you know, keeps you on your toes. And if you like jam music, then like, I think we're your type of band.
Sundown played at the local venue Radio Bean for their 25th anniversary on Saturday. Being a college band helps to strengthen Sundown's community and often results in familiar faces and friends of the band in the crowds of almost all their shows.
I go to all the shows I can, you know. I think there's only been 1 or 2 times where I couldn't make it, but all the shows that they play around town, you know, I'm there.
Drummer Noah says this is a key motivator of the band and one of his favorite parts of the experience.
It makes it fun when your friends come. It makes it very entertaining. I like to see my friends enjoying what we're doing.
Sundown is currently working on recording music and will have more to look forward to in the future.
They seem really cool, Caleb. I can't wait to see what they do next. We have so much talent at Champlain, and it's not just in music. We have a very active gallery operating on campus, and there's such a variety of exhibits that happen every semester. Have you ever wondered what goes into changing a gallery exhibit? We have. So we sent Claire Richard to the Champlain College Art Gallery to find out.
Striking a show is removing everything that we had, included in the entire exhibition setup. We usually start with removing vinyl off our main wall, so that way folks know that the show is over. If we have any tech that needs to be removed, I try to remove the tech first, because usually we don't want to kick up any dust or anything like that to interfere with that. And then we will start slowly removing more of like the props and the hardware. So like the CRT TVs will go, chairs, couches, things like that will get moved back. Tables will get deconstructed. I'll send an email to the event staff letting them know that we're done using the tables, and they will take them back to where they store that.
Yeah, they do it all the time. I'm just gonna say we just stack them like this. Yeah. Just in a row.
Usually anything that's up on the walls would be the last thing to remove, so luckily we don't have much. And then that's kind of what it looks like.
All right, thanks, guys. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, do you need?
The exhibit they were taking down was their annual game history exhibit. Every fall they have an interactive exhibit with games from the oldest systems up to the ones from the 2010s. After the break, we'll show you how coins became a trend on campus, at least for a little while. We'll be right back.
We do a lot of hard labor. A lot of it's driven by technology. We were one of the very first in our area to get vaccinated. We trust experts in their field. We're 5th generation farmers providing the safest, most economical food because of science. What if we're in a farm accident? There is no room. All the hospital resources are going towards COVID. The vaccine is a tool in our toolkit of how we succeed as a family or as a business. When the sun's setting, we did a good day's work and we can face tomorrow.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I'm an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
To most, coin racing is something they've never heard of, but don't know much about. Or sorry, something they've heard of, but don't know much about. To help people find out why it mattered so much to the people involved, we had our reporters look into it. Here's Eleanor Coonan and Claire Richard with more.
In September of 2023, Champlain College sophomores Walker Mack and Jake Dwyer created the Coin Racing Club. What began as an inside joke quickly became a campus sensation. We spoke with Walker Mack to find out more.
So one day we were just getting back from the vending machine and we were lamenting the change. Change is useless, we have so much change. We go outside and I was like, Jake, watch this. And I rolled it into the night on this quad back here, right? But we thought it was funny and we kept doing it. And then these kids came up to us and they were like, you guys should start an Instagram doing this. And we did. And then we held our first meeting and the rest is history.
Thank you all for coming. This is a kind of new club. We're trying to stay.
This is how you coin race, right? Everyone stands in a line over there. Everyone takes a coin. You like kind of bowl them. Everyone had their own technique that worked. And then you turn on your phone flashlight, because we do it at night, and you go try to find your coin at the end. And that's it.
Though the action of coin racing itself seemed oddly simple, the community it created is what meant the most to Mac.
Everyone always asks me what coin racing is, and I think, not to be too facetious, but I think coin racing is kind of like whatever you want it to be. Some people showed up and was like, this is a serious thing that I need to participate in, I need to win. And some people like knew it was an inside joke. One fun aspect, again, that me and Jake just came up on the spot was that once you've raced your coin, you go and you find it with your phone flashlight. And of course, few people find it, but the people who do find it have to give their coin to Jake. Jake flips a penny. If it lands on heads, all the coins in the drain. No questions asked. And people just did it. It's like the things people do to just feel included. Like they just didn't care that their money was literally being thrown in the gutter. Everyone talks about how weird Champlain is, for better or for worse, but I think people let themselves just be free and be loose and be themselves in a way that is pretty unique to the school.
Student worker Cricket Vanderplug saw coin racing posters across campus her freshman year. Despite never attending club meetings, she still witnessed its impact.
I do personally choose, as the manager of campus posters, to leave the poster up because I think it's funny, and I think it's a little wink and a nod to something that a handful of people will get the reference to. We do have such a small community, and a lot of clubs and groups on campus are kind of niche, so I think that because it's such a small community, it allowed something like that to take on the meaning that it took on. I think somewhere else it might have been seen a little bit more literally, and I think that that's not really the point of it.
Champlain student Bridget Berry lived in the building right next to where coin racing was held. Though she never attended a meeting, she still saw small parts of it.
I feel like only younger people went, besides like the people who ran it. So it's like an enigma almost. Like this thing happened and I can't prove that it happened because there was nothing else about it. And then they just stopped.
So coin racing lasted from start to finish maybe 3.5 weeks. Our actual coin racing meetings, we only had 3 of them. Our first meeting, I think we had like 20-something people. And then our second meeting, we had like almost 50.
With such high demand, students hoped the club's runtime would be extended.
I was never directly involved in like the groups that it meant more to, just because I was a freshman at the time that it was kind of really going on. I wish I would have seen more of its impact. Like I do wish it was like went on a little bit longer, just because I think it was funny.
Because I think that it was such a good idea that they did this, and it would be really fun to see it at least one more time.
Despite these hopes, Mac felt satisfied with what coin racing accomplished.
By the end of it, the joke wasn't there anymore for me and Jake. And I think we got a good life out of it. People will do really stupid things just to feel included. There's almost like a social experiment aspect to it. Like that's what the crux of what coin racing really was. I don't know, it's a fun thing to look back on, and I like that so many people like know about it, but maybe don't know specifics. It's definitely like a highlight in me and Jake's college career, looking back, and we made this little joke that everyone loved.
For Champ Chat, I'm Claire Richard.
I actually went to coin racing 2 years ago as a freshman. It was a lot of fun.
You know, I wish I had gotten to go. I just never went. But it's really cool that just tossing some coins could create a whole community like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's all for our show. Again, thank you, Town Meeting TV, for hosting us. And thank you so much for watching Champ Chat. I'm Nathan Magold.
From our class, we wish you all a peaceful and restful holiday season. You have any holiday plans, Nate?
Honestly, just going home and using my hot tub.
Nice, yeah, exciting. Well, I'm Caleb Neujahr. See you guys. Happy New Year.